Whew. All right, so we're back. Day 3 of the new routine. Like I said, I was gonna start coming every day. I was procrastinating this morning, laying in bed stretching. I'm not gonna lie, leg day yesterday killed me. My quads were done. My hamstrings surprisingly actually feel pretty good. I thought those were gonna be the worst. I don't know why, my quads are just like rocks right now. So I was lying in bed this morning stretching, but I was up and I felt rested. I probably got only about 5 hours, but I felt super rested. So I wasn't hurting. And again, that goes to your routine. Just coming every day is gonna help you build, plain and simple. Just waking up every day with that routine, for me mentally, is like what it's about. It's not just about killing myself in the gym. I mean, just forcing myself to get up, tell myself, hey, I'm gonna shoot content, I'm gonna post on YouTube every day. Like, simple stuff like that. I tell people all the time, sometimes it's good to shoot content. Excuse me. Even if you're not gonna post it, or even if you don't care about that stuff, sometimes it's good to record yourself, hold yourself accountable, say, all right, I'm gonna record myself every day to check out my progress, check out my gains, check out how I look. All these things, even if you're not posting, even if you're not trying to, post on YouTube or Instagram, you don't care about any of that. Sometimes it's good to hold yourself accountable and record yourself. For some people, I think that's really beneficial. And it gets them more self-confidence, all sorts of stuff. It's not always just about like, oh, I hope people watch me, and like, yeah, you want people to watch your stuff. I want people to watch my stuff to get something out of it. To motivate them to, I don't know, get up earlier, work out, lose weight. I don't care about any of that other shit. But we here again, day 3. Yesterday was legs, day before was back and biceps. Today we're gonna do chest and triceps. Let's get it. All right, so we got chest day. I've been starting off with chest with decline almost every time lately for with chest. Mostly because like my chest, my lower chest needs the most definition. So we're starting off with decline, lots of warm-up sets, and then we'll get into our working sets. Just regular neutral grip. Just really get that blood flow, get a good warm-up, get that blood pumping to the chest. Good squeeze. This is the only barbell chest workout that I'll do. Everything else will be cable. I'll do this and then some machines. Lifts do have their place, but I do think machines and cables, as far as really my muscle connection for myself, is better than barbell. That's why I don't do that much flat bench anymore. I do think there's benefit to the decline movement and incline movement, but like flat bench, I can't remember the last time I did a flat bench. Not that it's bad. Like if flat bench is your thing, do your thing. If it makes you feel good, do it. So we're gonna do some working sets. Do a bunch of sets of 135 then 185 and then 225. It is about full range of motion. You do want that, but at the same time, if you're doing 3/4 reps, your muscle is always under tension. If you're fully extending and you're locking out, then you're taking your muscle out of tension. So, in my opinion, like I get it, full range of motion, especially when you're taller, is a humongous range of motion. But if you're doing 3/4 reps, you're keeping that muscle under tension. You're not letting it relax. It's kind of like a squat. If you're completely extending your knees, then you're taking your, basically putting all the pressure on your knees. You're taking the weight off your quads, the weight off your hamstrings. Like, why would you want to put all the pressure on your knees? So, I think people kind of misunderstand full ROM versus like 3/4. Like, what's wrong with 3/4? I think the majority of your reps should be 3/4. Like, if I'm benching, I want to go all the way to my chest. And then when I come up, if I'm locking on my elbows, then number one, I'm taking all the weight off my chest and putting the pressure on my elbows. But if I'm doing 3/4, the pressure is always on my chest and triceps. So the tension is always there, which is the purpose. Like look, I'm fully extended. All the pressure is basically on my back holding it, and then on my elbows. But if I'm 3/4, all the pressure is on my chest and on my triceps. So we're down, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, full ROM, locking out. So in my opinion, most of your working sets should be 3/4 and not completely locking out every single set. If you're locking out every single set, then you're basically resetting every single time you do it. Basically every time lately, especially if the gym has a decline bench. Overseas, I didn't have a decline bench at the gym I was at. So definitely taking advantage. Again, my lower pecs are what I need to work the most. So we're gonna do about 8 or 9 sets. Honestly, I did a bunch of warm-up sets with 135, and then we're gonna do about 5 with 185, and then do a couple at the end with 225. So a little bit wider grip, some kind of narrow grip, not too narrow, but like my bench, kind of like I was talking about my squat yesterday. It's pretty weak because I feel like it's something that during the season I'm just not able to do as much. Like, kind of like a squat. During the basketball season, playing professional basketball, you're not going to be squatting heavy all the time because you need your legs. You don't have the energy to do that shit. Whereas, same with a bench. You're not going to heavy bench all the time because then your pecs are going to be so sore that you're not able to shoot. So, I mean, you can heavy bench sometimes, but overall, you're only able to do so much. Again, you're getting paid to play basketball. You want to build muscle, especially someone like me who enjoys lifting weights. But at the end of the day, you still have to be functional enough to where you can get the job done. And if I'm not heavy benching all the time, then my bench is going to be super weak. All right, so we got 225. Let's see. Yeah, it's like I said before. I mean, if you're not doing something, how can you expect to be good at it unless you're just some sort of genetic freak? You know, playing sports, your energy is always going to be the most towards that sport. You have energy to lift, you have energy to do things outside of, for me, basketball. But 90% of my energy is towards basketball, so that I have to squeeze as much as I can. Because I enjoy lifting, so I have to squeeze as much as I can out of that 10% and get as much out of it during the season as I can. Now I'm not playing basketball right now in the off season, so I have all the energy in the world to build up things like my bench and other stuff. All right, that felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. So we're gonna do one or two more of those, and then we're gonna move on to the machines. All right, so we got one of my favorite chest machines. Whew. I always talk about the hammer strength machines. As far as most gyms, unless you're at like some, you know, super intense, like strictly bodybuilding gym. If your local gym has hammer strength stuff, like it's the best equipment there. Especially like at Crunch, they don't have any of that Life Fitness crap. Most of it's like Hoist or whatever these other brands are. But like this machine, I love this one. This is the ISO lateral decline press. But you see how deep it is. Like you can't go back any. I can't bring it any farther. So with long arms, I mean, you got a super deep stretch into your chest, which honestly you got to be flexible to even get to the bar. Because you see how deep it is, how far my elbows are back. Super smooth machine. More decline movements. Really nice squeeze at the top. Whew. So we ended up doing 6 working sets on the barbell decline, a couple warm-up sets, then straight to more incline here, or decline I mean. And today I think I'm just going to do chest. I said I was going to do chest and triceps, but honestly a lot of these movements are going to be working the triceps, so I'm going to end up doing biceps and triceps. Today's Wednesday, I think. So Friday I'm going to end up doing probably biceps, and I'll just end up doing arm day. So we'll do biceps, triceps. Today I plan on doing a lot of dips at the end to finish, so we're just going to do strictly chest, like I said, back to working out 6 days a week rather than 4. So I'm probably going to end up splitting most days with just one body part rather than 2 body parts in one. Like, yeah, yesterday, lower body's lower body, but the day before I did do chest or biceps back. But most likely I'm going to end up separating everything. So back will just be one day, just back. And then arms, biceps, triceps, shoulders. Tomorrow will be shoulders. Today will be just biceps or just chest. See how close the handles get at the end? You get a really nice squeeze right in the middle. Nice and wide in the back, deep. Whew. This is by far my favorite decline machine. Again, I'm not that big a fan of barbell bench, even the decline bench. I'm not that big a fan of it, honestly, but I feel like just for raw strength that, I don't know. I got that old school mentality that like, if you do want to build strength, you do have to do some stuff of barbell, whether it's bench, whether it's, back squats, whether it's, the decline movement. Barbell got to be involved if you actually want to build strength. Building muscle, nah. Like, you don't need a barbell to build muscle. Like, you could do all machines, all cables. Like, you don't need to be, flat benching, decline, or incline benching. You can do all machines. But I don't know. I always feel like if you actually want to build like some sort of like stable strength, you got to do some barbell movements or dumbbell. I mean, it doesn't have to be barbell, but that's just, I don't know, old school gym bro mentality. Hey, how much you bench, dog? Because you can get a plenty defined big chest just using machines, but I feel like working in barbell sometimes is definitely beneficial. Now let's add a little bit of weight here. And the seats on these are mad comfortable. Not these skinny ass 6-inch wide seats. These things are like foot wide. Whew. I was just talking about the 3/4 reps. Excuse me. The benefit of doing 3/4 rep over full ROM. I get it, full ROM. You get that tight squeeze right at the end. But for me, doing that every set, I'm taxing my triceps by doing that every single time. Like, yeah, you get a nice tricep work, but what's the point of overusing your triceps by getting that squeeze? If I'm right here and I'm fully extending and I'm squeezing at the top, I'm putting all that pressure on my elbow and my triceps. Whereas if I'm 3/4ing, I'm keeping the full weight on my chest the whole time. Yeah, you're obviously using your triceps like no matter what, but every time that you extend and you're really squeezing at the top, you're just taxing your triceps for no reason. So yeah, you can argue to a wall all day if you want about full ROM and 3/4, but I definitely see the benefit of 3/4. All right, so we did about four working sets of that. Lower the weight, we'll do some drop sets real quick. Go back to 225. And then we'll do burnouts with just 145. Alright, we'll do now. Pull the 25s on. Take the 45s off. Straight to it. Drop these. Straight into the 135. Straight into the 135 burnout. Like I said, you just don't need a lot of machines. People who are doing, 4 sets on, or 3 sets on, 8 different machines. You really just don't need that. Minimalize it. Some single arm. Woo. This machine will get you a crazy pump. I promise you. I had a solid pump from the decline on the barbell, but lately I've been getting pumped super quick, which is a good thing because during the basketball season, man, I could go to the gym. Let's say I'm lifting 4 days would be like a max during the season. If I'm lifting 3 days, I'm lucky to get a pump maybe twice. I'm gonna get that work in no matter what. But to actually feel good, actually get a pump, you just don't have that energy. You just don't have. Your body physically can't demand that. You can't demand that out of your body. I mean, like, you're just super flat. Your body is so taxed. All your energy is going towards basketball. There's just simply no room left for your body to pump the blood where it needs to go. It's going to recovery. It's going to your ankle that's jacked up. It's going to your back that's jacked up. It's going to your shoulder that's jacked up, from playing sports. It's going to your entire body, recovering from the day before, the game before. So, to try to get a good pump and get the blood going to a certain body part, it's just not impossible, but 10 times harder. I'll do one more burnout with this. I really like how smooth this single arm movement is.
I don't do a lot of single arm stuff, but when you go to the gym, you should try to hit like every aspect of your chest, decline, middle, incline. You know, you can build a big chest just from benching. Like, don't let anybody tell you can't. I don't think it's the best for you. I just don't think it's the best for your shoulders. But like, if you don't have shoulder issues, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, trust me, you can build a big chest just from benching. Don't let these social media influencers fool you. You can build a big chest just from doing push-ups. Is it ideal? No, but can be done. But if you have machines, you might as well take advantage of them. Go 225. Take it off, throw 35s on, set, take it off, put the 25s on, set, put the 45s on, max reps, and then we're done. Probably is. All right, 25. My chest is already taxed. My triceps are super taxed just from those last movements. Every time I extend, whew, my triceps just feels done. All right, drop it. We're going to do one last set, burnout, and we're done. We're going to move on to two more exercises. We're going to finish with push-ups. When you got nothing left, calisthenic work. I tell you, I always finish with body weight stuff, just for how it makes me feel flexibility-wise. So we'll finish with push-ups. The last exercise we're going to do, weights, we're going to do some pec deck. We'll do some flies, and then we'll do burnouts, push-ups. All right, that's it. Here we go. Stop talking. All right, no full extension on this one. I'm going to keep it at 3/4 the whole time. All right, single arm. All right, we are going to full extension here and hold it. Get a couple single arm. Finished. Nice high stretch. Drive them down. Really squeeze those pecs together. One machine you definitely don't need a lot of weight to get a good pump, get a good squeeze. Even with lighter weight, if you're just making sure you got that squeeze at the bottom, you're gonna get a good pump regardless. You don't gotta go crazy with the weight. We're not gonna take too much of a break here. Just really focusing on the squeeze at the bottom. Whew. So we got here at about, I think we started at 6:45, so it's been 1 hour. I already got a crazy pump. We're about done. 1 hour. It's about all I usually need if I'm not bullshitting, talking, filming, all that. So machines like this, in my opinion, like I already did my heavy stuff. I already did my heavy weight on the decline, heavy weight on the barbell. So what do I need to do heavy weight on the cables for? All I want to do is focus on the squeeze and really get that good pump to finish the workout. I don't need to do something heavy when I already did that with the barbells. All right, so the chest pump today is definitely elite. Lots of decline. Decline has been getting me super pumped up lately. We did do some incline, some cable. We're gonna finish with a push-up series. But definitely feeling pumped up. Like I said, triceps. Whew. That full extension on the decline. Every single time I did that was just burning out my triceps. But I mean, I ain't complaining. I'm just saying I had planned on doing triceps today, but I'm not even sure how much I could have got out of it doing triceps, plus all the decline work, full ROM, extension. My triceps are gonna be sore as hell tomorrow, just from doing bench. I did plan on doing some dips, but I think we're gonna finish with the push-up series, just because my shoulders are more taxed today from doing decline, the isolateral decline, and then the incline. So, like, I don't have any issues with my shoulders, but at the same time, those machines are so deep that I'm putting a lot of pressure on my shoulders anyways. And so if I'm going to be doing dips to finish, That's even more pressure on my shoulders. So I'd rather just do a day where I'm doing less machines and more dips. So we're just gonna finish with push-ups, which in my opinion doesn't tax my shoulders at all really. So let's get it. Whew. I'm not even gonna lie. Those push-ups felt like I had a 100-pound sack on my back. Even if you're only getting 2 push-ups, 3 push-ups, 4 push-ups, 5 push-ups, whatever it might be, trust me, it's still beneficial. I truly believe that doing calisthenic work to finish your workouts, no matter what it is, again, leg exercises, body weight squats, lunges, chest exercises, push-ups, diamond push-ups, wide grip, different variations, back workouts, pull-ups. Doing body weight stuff, I promise you, will help your flexibility, make you more in tune with mind muscle connection, all that sort of stuff. To do it, to finish, at least finish your workout with that. All right, let's get it. So we finished up with push-up series. Again, not too many sets. I didn't have too many sets in me, real talk. About 5 sets to failure. Again, to finish, you don't got to go crazy. You already did the work. But do some exercises, whether it's push-ups. You're not going to have energy really to do hella pull-ups. Do banded pull-ups, like I showed in one of my last videos. Do assisted pull-ups, lunges, whatever it might be. I promise you, your body will thank you. Better flexibility, better mind-muscle connection. But I'm fried today. Good workout. We did 3 barbell decline, iso lateral decline on the hammer strength, and then the incline hammer strength, and then the cable. So we did 4 exercises and then push-ups. Nothing crazy. Took about an hour 15. I could have got it done in 40 minutes. Real talk. If I wasn't filming and doing content, I could have got it done in 40 minutes. So there's no excuse that you don't have time. Stop procrastinating. I hardly took time between sets. Even though it took an hour 15, I hardly took any time between sets. I was taking maybe at the most 2 minutes, minute and a half between most of my working sets. So, whew, dead. Let's go.